Warning: the following story may be disturbing to some listeners. Viewer discretion is advised. Self-reflection took up much of Morgan's time during his last moments. Hard to lie to the man in the mirror when the horrible truth was staring you dead in the face. A long-time viewer of his program, Maeve, had informed him via email about the particular legend surrounding her village, found deep within the hills of Leitrim countryside. Most of his job as a ghost hunter revolved around theatrics and good editing, but every now and then, you had to show some initiative and go where the viewers wanted you to, which was how he ended up in Elohim's Mercy, home of the Banshee, Oichi Mahaith, the ghost bride who drowned herself after being left at the altar, and whose mirror supposedly divined the soon-to-be dead with a goodbye kiss. A unique, unheard-of legend. To Morgan, it was easy money. Once he had arrived, Maeve showed him around the village, then took him to the witching shrine, little more than a confessional-sized wooden box, housing one lone black dish full of water. Maeve explained that at 1:44 a.m. each night, moonlight aligned with the hole in the shrine's crest and turned the dish inside into a perfect mirror, which, according to legend, shows two reflections, one of the Banshee and one of someone the viewer knew who was destined to die within the week. Maeve and her family never used the mirror out of fear, but many villagers told Morgan the legend was truth, claiming to have seen the reflection of their mother or brother or child just days prior to their demise. Morgan remained skeptical. That night, Morgan set up his equipment, hooked up his helmet cam, and started around midnight, capturing B-roll of the shrine and sharing snippets over social media. The moment of truth soon arrived. The moonlight lit up the shrine like a natural light bulb, and Morgan peeked his head over the dish and gazed longingly into the water. He let out a scream and threw off his helmet, chuckling after a few seconds of silence. Theatrics and good editing. The helmet cam, like himself, would have only seen his own reflection in the mirror. No Banshee, no relatives. However, with post-production, anything could be inserted. It wouldn't be his first time faking a monster. Morgan left for home early the day after, and once he arrived, he went straight to his office to sew together the footage he'd captured. His wife found his body in his office bathroom the very next day, face pale, bloated, and super saturated. The bathroom sink was filled to the brim. An inch of water covered the entire floor, and all the mirrors inside, even the handheld and medicine cabinet, had been cracked to pieces. Bits of glass littered her husband's knuckles. Inside the office, on her husband's computer screen, Morgan's wife saw his footage paused mid-edit, the latest frame showing his reflection inside a dish of water, smiling. A young woman dressed in white hovered over his left shoulder, winking knowingly and blowing him a kiss. Long before we all decided to stand still, Oak and I were talking near the jungle. We had noticed smoke without lightning, without lava, and someone had reported that the humans had harnessed some new power to make fire. I rubbed my branches across the top of my trunk and shook my roots out. Oak knew what that meant. I was itching for battle. We outnumber them 10,000 to 1, I said. We can kill them all now. Not all of them, just the little tribe burning fallen branches for warmth. The rest can live so long as they stay in the dark. But Oak just shook her leaves. We are not killers, as much as some of us would like to be, she said. Let them burn. It is the way of things. Things that start in fire end in fire. So will it be for them. And what if they take us all down with them? I asked, bitterly. There may come a day when we must rise up and stop them, said Oak. I shook my head. I have strangled several in my roots before, and have fallen and rolled on others, crushing them beneath my body. I've seen this coming for many years and tried to stop it. You are tired, Mabel, she said. You deserve to rest. We all do. Let them have their time. I trust it will be short. Fire ends in fire, I said, repeating her words. They are smart, but they are impatient, said Oak. Nothing is as patient as us. Give it a few years. All we have to do is wait. A little girl is swinging from a tree. As she pumps her legs, she flies higher and higher. She is laughing and flying, laughing and flying. Her parents are watching from nearby, sipping wine and eating sandwiches. They do not see the branch break until it is too late, and as they run to their daughter, her neck bent at an impossible angle. As they scream and curse, they never think to look up at the tree. They certainly never think to blame it. They don't even know that a tree can smile. But it is. Smiling and waiting. Smiling and waiting. Its patience growing thin. How do you think the world will end? We're only 2 drinks deep at a dimly lit dive bar when the man I'm on a date with asked me this. That's kind of a weird question, isn't it? I say. I don't know, he responds. Is it? Yes, it fucking is. Disease? I propose like it's a question. Maybe everyone will get sick. Maybe, he says, stroking his chin. What do you think? I ask, but only because I'm trying to fill the awkward lull in the conversation. Oh, perhaps. There will be fire, he supposes. Fire? Yes, fire. A human's connective tissue will begin to melt at around 200 degrees Fahrenheit, he adds. What the fuck? What are you, a scientist, I say, hoping he's joking? Sure, he responds. You could say that. I want to talk about something else, but it's clear he's still thinking about human flesh melting away like hot wax. Well, cheers to the end of the world, I say, raising my glass before chugging my drink. What else? He asked, leaning in now like he's getting off on this conversation. What else what? I say. The way we all die, he continues. Disease, fire, what else? Jesus Christ, he won't let this go. I don't know, man, I say. Nuclear war? Yes, he exclaims, snapping his fingers. A flash of light. Poof. I finish the rest of my drink in one gulp. Do you want another? He asks. Actually, I should probably go, I say, grabbing my bag and standing up. Are you sure? He asks as if it's a threat. Why wouldn't I be sure? Because, he whispers, we haven't made our decision yet. You're freaking me out, I admit. I'm going home. I'm sorry, he says. I just thought it would be easier if I gave you a choice. I seriously need to get the fuck out of here. Okay, disease, I finally decide. Good night. I walk out of the bar and I don't look back. Outside, it's freezing cold as I wait for my Uber, which is taking forever. When my mind goes back to the conversation. Decision? He called it a decision, but why? That's when I hear someone coughing. I spin around and see a woman behind me, hacking her lungs out on the sidewalk. I can't tell if she's homeless or not, but the coincidence is disconcerting. I look back to the bar to find my date standing at the window, staring at me. He smiles and waves just as my Uber driver pulls up. The moment I open the door, I'm grateful. Thank God he arrived just in... I don't get to finish my thought before my Uber driver suddenly spits blood all over his own windshield. It paints the glass like red Rorschach ink. That's when it hits me. He's sick. And I think I'm starting to feel it too.